Hi, everybody, and welcome to Phandalin by Night. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Our heroes have been in the midst of some good shenanigans. I'm going to let them introduce themselves before I get into our recap. I just wanted to give you an update on a new channel policy. We do have a 10-minute new follower delay for chat, just to kind of help with some of the obnoxious things that others have been receiving for a while, and we'd like to stay proactive in front of that. So if you are a new follower, we cannot wait for you to join us in the chat. It's just going to take you an extra couple of minutes. Stick with us. Let me go around and introduce our team here. Oh, my Zoom window is not in the right order. This is my fault. This is my fault. Up above me is the amazing Velveteen Nikki. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Abigail. Yep, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki, she, her. I'll be playing Denny, he, him, the Tiefling Warlock. Sorry that unlike all of my great teammates, I'm not in, Tiefling Bard. Sorry, I don't know why I said Warlock.
A little bit of it.
Everyone wants to be whimsy.
Sorry, I'm not in costume today. I was busy running around getting my cat to the vet and didn't have time to paint myself purple. So I'm sorry, everybody. I promise next week will be better. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes now that we're all about to be reunited again.
Hopefully. So let's not put the cart before the horse. Up above Nikki is the eye candy of our show. That's Mike. Mike, introduce yourself.
Hi, Mike, he, him. I will be playing Sangane, also he, him, who, I mean, fixed the town's red cloak problem, so you're welcome.
Sure, he totally fixed it. That's a thing that happened.
There's no
next to Mike is Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sarah. I will be playing the half-orc barbarian Graja Rage Rock, who did a lot of violence and is concerned about Jard's feelings about said violence. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yes, there was violence. That was a thing that happened. Beneath Sarah, that's Amanda.
Hey, I'm Amanda. I play Whimsy, he, they, the Tiefling Warlock, the real warlock that everyone apparently wants to be. And yeah, Whimsy is going to be very distressed to hear that he is one of the consciences of the group. And that's not a role he's prepared to be in. He's chaotic, neutral on a good day, so...
Hey, look, chaotic neutral means sometimes you are the conscience. That is just, sometimes you're not, and sometimes you are. That's, I think, part of the chaos.
He's probably leaning more chaotic good anyway, but he was raised chaotic neutral. So.
Absolutely. We'll let it happen. And beneath that, joining us again this week, who we're so excited to have her back, this is Najra.
Hey everyone, I'm Najra. I play Jord, the Fire Genasi monk. She, they for both of us. And let's see if we can kick some ass today.
Definitely there could be some of that happening. And it's not distressing at all that the actual conscience of the group is saying that. Last week, let me also say one more thing. If you enjoy our campaign, and I certainly hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, we are nominated for a Game Her Award. Voting closes tomorrow. If you'd be so kind as to pop over to the Game Her Awards and give a vote to us as the top TTRPG stream of the year, that would be really amazing. We'd love your support. Okay, last week, our heroes, Graja and Whimsy. Well, most of our group, not Jart, were in a burning building when we started last week. Graja and Whimsy managed to get the door of the burning building open. A little bit of push, a little bit of pull. They worked together, teamwork, ta-da. Denny then rushed into the street, catching sight of a person in a red cloak who was darting away. Sangane used his particular power to waterbend the local citizens fire brigade efforts and put out the flames quickly. It didn't manage to spread to any other buildings, which was great, because burning down the whole town in your first night there is not maybe the way that everybody wanted to go. Dinny, Whimsy, and Graja followed the red hooded figure towards a seedy bar, and Graja rushed in, finding 4 men at the entrance. Originally attempting to convince them that Dinny was willing to join the Red Brands, Sangane, not having heard that part of the plan, saw Graja being restrained and open up a real fight. The fight was not that long, but it ignited a significant bloodlust in Sarah, the player, as Graja cut off a man's head with her hand axes and served it birthday cake style to the street. She then hamstringed another red cloak figure, causing him to fall and delivering Final Destination style damage as he slid down Sangane's dagger that was buried in him. Sangane followed one of the men into the bar, casting Thunderwave, killing 5 of them and seriously harming an additional 5, all of whom fled is a word, fled after they came to. See, I should have written it in past tense. Dinny walked in, and this is where I asked all my other players to earmuff, so they, unless they went back and watched last week's stream, would not know this. But as Dinny walked in, he saw an orb encasing Sangane and it was a translucent orb. Something was weird about it. Not otherwise used to seeing that around him, and started poking around to see what else was in the room. He found a chest. Whimsy then followed another red cloak from behind the building, trying to run out the back into the woods. After tripping him, Whimsy realized this was a 14-year-old who had been mixed up in something he shouldn't be, and sent him home to his mom, acting as the conscience of the family. I've just realized that we've got some new special effects that were not there like 10 seconds ago when we just started. And it is throwing me, but I'm loving this. So we're going to give an off-the-top inspiration to Graja just to start the game with. My inspirations are cheap to buy, so that everybody knows. Jart, as you were originally at the home of Harbin Wester, the town mayor, who had received quite a bit of ire from some of the women of the town, you helped a group of women break into his office/home, and they were irate and wanted some answers. Are you staying with them, or what is your plan? You're who we're going to start with tonight.
No, George's plan is just to make sure that these women don't get shot, stabbed, or anything while they're trying to get to the guy. And after that, just go back to the house.
Yeah.
To meet with everyone else.
So after a few minutes, you go in and you're with this angry mob of women who end up finding Harbin, sitting him down at his desk and basically just shouting and yelling at him about how he's corrupt and he's not doing what he needs to do to protect the town and its citizens, how he is too cozy with this group that is bringing a bad influence into their city. The people who are joining this tend to be men, tend to be younger, also tend to be growing in their disrespect towards the women folk of the town, or the femme presenting people of the town. And these women are not having it. At what point, as you notice, they are not settling down. In fact, things are starting to get more intense until one of the women says, the older woman that you had been helping says, I brought some rope for this exact instance. We should string him up and we should take him to the middle of town, and he should not be in charge anymore. And a couple of women around her hear this and they're like, yeah. And you get the feeling, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You get the feeling that they're about to depose this dude. Is Jart cool with that, or what's your thinking here?
No, Jart's completely cool with that. Like, this is democracy at its peak.
Absolutely.
Basically. So she's gonna, like, while they're starting to tie the guy out, she's gonna, like, slowly and kind of stealthily gonna go out and try to find her friends to see what they found at the house.
Excellent. So you back your way right out of this violent overthrow of this town's democratically elected leadership. No judgment, just saying it for what it is. And you head down the street. As you do, you start to see plumes of white smoke. This isn't on fire black smoke, but it is coming from that house where your friends were.
I'm gonna run towards the house.
Give me a perception check.
Oh gosh. Let's remember that we entered a house and that was set on fire thanks to a failed perception check. The first time. Oh, it's a 5.
Hey, it's hard to kind of see what's going on because as you get there, there's a lot of people standing around. You do see some people kind of running back and forth, getting more buckets of water, throwing it onto the thatch of the nearby buildings just to kind of make sure that nothing spreads. You do overhear some people talking about, I think they got out. It wasn't the rock seekers though. It was that blue fella I've never seen him before.
They made me.
I'm gonna like head to that crowd and be like, do you know where they went to? Like
you get they're not entirely sure. However, one of them says, I think he must have run that way. It was weird because we told him the well was over there, but he went and ran that way. That was not where he would have been at the most use if he was planning on sticking around for a while. He went that way. And she kind of points down to the end of where's my map? If you are looking at the map, she kind of points down just beyond the city. The end of this little street and around the corner from the house.
George is gonna be like, thank you, and start running that way.
As Jart hoofs it around the corner, you kind of have to stop for a minute and use your keen senses to get a figure of like where they might be, and you're listening for any sounds or tracks that you see. You do hear a crack of thunder echoes from about maybe 100 yards in front of you. Across the street, you can see there's like some trees that's in somebody's yard. It's like their own like personal apple tree. It's not like an orchard. And then there's a street, and across the street there is a building. You can't totally see it, but there is a peal of thunder, boom, and you hear the windows of that building break.
Let's run in that direction.
Yeah. As you get out there, you see Graja covered in blood, on her knees. Her hand axe is out, but just covered in blood. You don't see anybody else.
Raja, are you okay? And I start walking. I start like jogging towards her.
I took care of it.
And where's everyone else?
Whimsy went off to chase one of the red cloaked people, and then I think Denny and Sangane are still inside.
Okay, I'm gonna go help them, and I'm gonna run in, I guess.
As you make your way up the stairs, you come around the corner and you see just a final glimmer of this like translucent sheen. You know, like when there's been some oil spilled at like the beach or on the harbor and it's got that translucent sheen. It kind of looks like that, but it is this rigid, it's not water, it's not fluid, it is a rigid, it appears, make me either nature or arcana check. I'll let you choose.
Nature, just because I'm better at that. That's a 15.
It appears to be some sort of scales that are big. They are an interlocking set of scales, and they are roughly like egg-shaped or maybe like a raindrop shaped almost. And they overlay one another, not significantly, but it's that oily kind of translucent multicolor that surrounds Sangane. And you watch just at the tail end of it as Sangane seemed to have been levitating in the air, comes down about the last maybe inch. You don't know how high he was. You see him about 2-3 inches off, and you see him touch down, and the orb like start to dissipate and disappear from around him, from his feet up to over his head.
Is everyone okay?
Denny's head pops up from behind the counter.
Yeah, we're all right. Think we could all use a drink though. Sangane, you look like you could really use a drink, so just gonna go ahead and pour you one, friend.
Yeah.
You all right?
Is there anything left? Or did I break it all?
You feel okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sangane, make a perception check.
Just a simple spell. With my tremendous perception.
Don't I'm just a simple tailor us.
Perception. I should be good at these. Oh, that was not bad. 19.
Everything seems fine. It's just a spell. I don't know what they're talking about. They're being weird. You don't really know them. Like maybe they've never seen your kind of magic before.
I can do that all the time. No, I'm fine. I saw them in here, and I figured, with your warning of reinforcements, that it would be better to finish it quickly.
George's gonna like look around and see the bodies.
Complete destruction of the bar. 15
Yeah,
foot radius away from me.
The tables are broken and pushed back from where Sangane was. All of the booze like on behind the bar is shattered and dripping. There is you see like the arm of like a dwarf from behind where the counter is, over by where Denny is, and 5 bodies that are just
Took out the bar.
like displayed at awkward, not bone normal levels and positions as they lay over tables and are like strewn out in a circumference or in like a diameter around Sangane.
Cheap 90s ragdoll physics.
I think it's at this point that Graja is entering the tavern, puts all the weapons away. Kind of injured, actually. Didn't realize how low my HP had gotten, how much I had actually taken. So definitely like a bit worse for wear. And kind of is having this 1,000-yard stare at this point.
Graja, as you just like in your normal routine of caring for yourself and your equipment after a battle, you go to pull out like a cloth and start wiping off your weapons before sheathing them. And then you start to go through the process. You reach down and like rip a piece of the red tunic off of one of the people. And as you're wiping away like the gore and the ichor on yourself, some blood starts to trickle back down where you are quite injured. And definitely Jart, Sangane, and Denny would notice this.
2 quick questions.
Sure.
One, are there any glasses go behind the bar with Denny? Are there any glasses that I didn't wreck?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh. This is not going well.
Sarah, are you just stealth adding blood as we go? Because every time I look up, it's a little bit more. And
17.
That's awesome. As you look around, if it was possible to break it, and even some things you're not sure were possible to break, it is broken, including the latch that is on this chest that Denny is kind of sitting real close to.
Patting it.
Teamwork.
Huzzah!
George's gonna first kind of like put an arm under Graja, seeing she's very hurt. It's gonna look at everyone and kind of like she knows this is probably not done, so she's not gonna say anything about what she knows at the moment. She's gonna say, "Did anyone look like the leader?"
I didn't see anyone that I would say would be the leader.
No, and in fact, most of you, I think most of you would have heard, or Denny for sure would have heard them talking about when you were trying to join them. Yeah, let's take him over to Glassstaff and see what he has to say.
Yeah, they mentioned someone called Glassstaff. I'm not sure where he is. Not in here apparently, but I'm not sure where we would go. Hopefully Whimsy's chased that other one down and we can go and talk to him.
Do we know where Whimsy is, guys? And she's gonna ask everyone, like...
Not, I mean, they just went chasing one of them so we could, you know, probably ask some questions or something, but I don't know where they went exactly.
It is at this time that it is at this time that you guys hear the back door get kicked open. It was unlocked and like slightly open anyway, so this is a bit theatrical, but bam, this back door gets kicked open and you guys see strutting in the very triumphant winning form of Whimsy, who has made her mark on this young red brand life. Dang it.
It's all right. It's a
That's
learning
my
process.
inherently feminine appearance.
I mean, none of us could really tell the first time.
His very dramatic entrance is something that, especially for those of you who are just in this combat, kind of startles you. But as he walks through the door, you can see that there is an air of pride at the way that he very deftly handled this delicate mission of diplomacy.
Speak of the devil, in more ways than one. Whimsy, how'd it go?
Whimsy just sort of freezes, looking at the carnage in front of him as he slap-fought and talked down a child and was pretty proud of that. And he's like,
Oh.
What did you guys do?
What we had to.
Grab the closest, most intact glass I can, like the bottom of a wine bottle. I don't know, and basically just try to catch some of the dripping, and wait, drink.
I'm good, actually.
And then I noticed Graja. And I'll leap over the bar to that side flip thing, which is of course going to go terribly bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely need an athletics roll for that. For sure.
Oh my god.
Oh my
god.
So
All the cut glass on the bar.
So
when
Palm
the
on the
guys
top.
tell a story.
Yeah,
Oh man.
absolutely.
palm on the top of the bar, but because it's been so damaged, his hand sinks into the bar and he ends up doing this weird sort of collapsing face plant onto the bar, rolls off of it, falls on his back, the bar piece falls on his face. Yeah.
Then he's
What-
just like,
Whimsy just kind of blinks at that, glances at the room again, just gives himself a second to reset, and he's like, so their boss Glassstaff is in a house up the hill. Apparently he's been like borderline brainwashing some of the local kids. So
Yeah.
these
Fine.
might just be the misinformed youth.
I was
That
talking to
you-
their moms
X
down
alive.
at the town hall, and well, um, their moms wanted their kids back, and they took the major down.
Yeah.
Like the leader of the town?
Yeah, apparently he was working or allowing this glass staff to burn houses and get people beaten up on the streets and stuff. Um, and not doing anything or getting money for it, would I don't know. So I I helped them with the door and then run up here to tell you that these were kids, just misguided kids.
Oh.
Whimsy puts his hand up real proud. He's like, I sent mine home to his mom.
We sent ours home to the makers, so kind of the same thing.
And Graja really like looks at her feet in that moment and sort of like wiggles out from under Jart's arm, even though, you know, she's still injured, and she starts like picking anything that's not broken, or she just starts to try to like fix the stuff that's in the bar, like setting, if there's like a table that's just knocked over or a chair, anything that looks like it can be salvaged, she's like trying to sort of put things back, just like silently.
Oh,
Well, what's done is done, and this guy's really bad for the town.
we might want to
And
go take out this glass staff, though.
Yep,
yeah,
I agree.
it-
And then you can do more of whatever the hell this was to him.
And Garage's brow is just furrowing, and it's this battle between, I think, this instinctual like barbarian nature of violence and this like confusion about them potentially just being misguided youths, and then the fact that it's now like, okay, now we're going to enact even more potential violence. And she will look up as she's moving stuff around. I don't want anyone else to be in danger in the town, so I'll take care of Glassstaff, or we will, and we can fix it, right?
We absolutely can. Speaking of which, we should probably get you back in working order.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I'm gonna go around the bar and help Sagane up.
Thanks.
Sort of patch you off.
I broke the bar.
No one will notice. It's fine.
And over to Graja, and sort of the hand on the shoulder. We did good though. And I will put a first level cure wounds. How far are you down?
I'm 21 out of 35 right now.
Maybe I'll make it a second level. So 2d8 plus 1. Oof. Upgrade. 11 more.
Yeah, that's almost all the way back up.
Yeah, yeah, good. No, that's
good.
that's perfectly fine. And Graja looks at Sangane. Yeah, they would have been proud of me back home, I think. There's that at least.
George is gonna come near Graja, and it's gonna be like, may I? And take one of the axes, one of the throwing axes, small throwing axes.
Yep.
It's gonna be like, if you hit them with this, and I touch the blunt end of the axe, like just right in here, right on the temple, you can just knock them down, and they're gonna be fine.
Oh,
just a headache afterwards.
yeah, yeah. That, right, that makes sense.
And if everyone's ready, we have a cult leader to take down, I guess.
Just one moment.
Whimsy holds up the cloak he took off of the kid. He's like, you might want to grab some of these so we can maybe get in without them shooting us.
Smart.
As he puts on his very dirty red cloak that was dirty before he rolled a kid through the mud in it.
But it seemed like I don't know, like, aren't I still gonna stand out? I don't know that they're gonna believe it if I have it on.
There's half-orcs in town. There were...
But
Yeah.
how about we take someone to them?
Oh, maybe like you could tie my hands and Denny, like what we were gonna do before, sort of, but like, but better.
Yeah.
Now we all know, so you can just like tie my hands and then take me.
Yes, let's do that. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
And before we head out as well, there's this chest behind the counter. Just gonna take a quick look through that. If somebody wants to find me the least disgusting cloak that's available, I'd really appreciate it. Blood's fine, just nothing else. Thank you so much. And then he's gonna wander back behind the counter and open that chest and see what's in there.
It pops open really easy. And what you find at the top, it is a chest of coins. There are occasional gems, jewelry of various things. There is a couple of like small statues that seem to be maybe dipped in gold, maybe solid gold. But at the very top, there's a leather journal.
Denny's going to immediately grab a handful of coins and shove them in his bag. And
Sure.
then he's gonna take the journal and take a look at that.
As you open up the journal, what you see is a number of entries. As you're flipping through it, you see each page has the name of like a family, dates down the side, and amounts. Also, you do see a number of like red marks or like red entries. And as you flip through, there's one name in particular that catches you, and that is the Rock Seeker name. And as you get to the page with the Rock Seekers on it, you find that they had been paying slightly more than other people in the town had been paying up until about 2.5 weeks ago, when there is a red entry that says payment extracted, and then there's no further dates or entries.
Interesting. Right, I'm gonna turn around and show that to everyone in the group. Like, does anybody know much about this sort of thing? I'm not really super familiar with ledgers. My father always took care of all the accounting business for our family, so he never really taught me any of that. I'm not great with numbers, not gonna lie. I don't know much about them. Not really too sure what's happening with this, but there is a lot of money in this chest. I'm guessing it's something to do with gambling, maybe?
For what I know, they
Protection
were
money.
extorting people in town, and probably if they didn't pay, like they had been burning houses and beating up people on the street, probably because they didn't pay. I don't know.
Yes.
But what are they? I mean, I guess everybody wants to be rich, but what do you think all the money's for? What are they using it for?
It's a very good question. I have no idea.
Hmm.
Though this is a lot of money, which makes me very concerned that they're not going to do anything good with it. I doubt they're giving it to charities.
Anything else in the chest?
A couple of statues. Maybe the gold. I'm not really too sure. A couple of gems. Looks like it's a fair amount of money in here, so I don't know if we should give this back to the townspeople. The mayor's dead, so he's probably not going to want it, but I'm sure somebody else could do some actual good with this.
I mean, we could do some actual good with it.
We could also do some very good things with this. You're right, Zagani. You've twisted my arm. I think we should just take it.
Do
He's
we?
like, Or we could throw it into the streets and watch people scrabble for it because it's their money. Just like
No,
leave it in the
It's generating at the chaos
Make it
gremlins
rain.
at this
I
point.
think no. I really think that we should give it back to them. I mean,
Yeah.
we messed up this place. I mean, I know it was bad people hanging out here, but still, like, it's part of their town. So I think we should give it back to them. And then Graja looks at
reparations and whatnot.
Graja looks at Jart. And kind of like is almost like this outburst. And Graja's like, and we were in the house and they were burning it and we were gonna die and
It would have killed us.
yeah, they were trying to kill us, and I just don't want anyone else to die that doesn't deserve it.
It's okay, Raja. You did what you did with the information you had. Now that we know better, we can do better. So
Yeah, we
How
gotta
about
take care of
we-
Glassstaff.
yeah, how about we leave the money here?
Yeah. Let's
We
hide
go-
it in the rubble somewhere so that nobody else like wanders off with the whole chest. We'll go deal with that, come back and figure out what to do with the money.
Throw it in the streets. Make it rain gold. Make it rain gold. Make
Can't
it rain
just throw
gold.
all your problems in the street, Winsy. It's not how this works.
And
Graja,
Graja like puts her arms behind her back just as if waiting to be to start the charade.
Yeah, we grab the cloaks, wear the cloaks, full tie Graja, so just like one knot instead of two knots. So if she pulls, it just releases. And start walking towards the house.
Yes.
Whimsy pulls the hood up to cover his horns as best as he can, because
Oh yeah.
to
I
my
think-
knowledge, there were not other tieflings in town.
Now, all
Oh.
of us take the hood up so they don't recognize us as not part of the people they know.
Yeah, that might be a problem for me then, seeing as how obviously I'm not wearing horns right now, but they normally poke up like this. Can't really hide that with a hood. I don't
mean,
have-
it's less obvious if
Yeah, it's
you put the hood
yeah,
on.
it's just
Maybe
this
it's got a
so they
weird
don't
hairstyle.
Yeah.
so they don't recognize us from like far away. Once we're
Yeah, I
face
just have
to
a dope
face,
pompadour, don't worry about it. It's fine.
yeah. Once we're face to face, they're probably gonna know we're not part of their crew.
This is true.
This is just so they don't shoot us as we walk up, because
Yeah.
it was up a bit of a hill, which is very not a good position to be charging up.
Very true.
As we all know, you don't have advantage until you have the high ground.
And like I'll do my best. I'm not an actor or anything. Like my mom wouldn't let me do that, but I'll try.
Right. Grasha, your inspiration for this is you are sullen and pissed off.
And you
Can
can
manage
see
that?
and Graja, without saying anything, her face just kind of goes from this normal kind of like wide-eyed, like wholesome looking baby face to just like really trying to like lean into all the like features, and just goes,
Close enough.
And in some way assisted by just her natural physiology of being a half orc, it does sell pretty easily. So as you guys escort Graja up the hill, you make your way towards where Whimsy had heard that this person was, which was right up at the top of the hill. You guys can't see the names. I have to go change that. And see, I was already on the other map. You guys make your way up the hill to where there is an old ruined manor. The roof is caved in significantly. Why can't I look it? The roof is caved in significantly. The outside of it there's just ivy everywhere, and not like pretty ivy, like ivy that was pretty grossly neglected and is like going in through broken windows. The trees are unpruned, and it looks like there has been significant weather damage. This thing has not been lived in at least 100 years, probably more. It's It's pretty gnarly looking. As you guys walk up to the front door of the manor, the door just kind of hangs open and blows slightly in the wind. What once was like this big, thick, meaty wooden door befitting a regal house like this almost has all rotted away. It's just barely hanging on.
Ominous.
Denny's going to take a look around for any other entrances that aren't this obvious door. Which isn't too bad actually.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Investigation. That's the same. 15.
As you kind of make your way around the side of the house, you do notice that there is a set of cellar doors that appear to have a little lock on it, which is unusual. Why would you need to lock an abandoned location?
Then the lock looks newer than
Absolutely.
you would think. Okay. All right. I'm going to wander back to the front of the house and be like, guys, I think they might be in the basement or something is in the basement. There's a new lock on one of the cellar doors. We might want to go check that out. Or we can just split up like the Scooby Squad and just come at it from different angles.
Somehow I think that would be bad.
I can't see any
where
flaws.
they are.
I don't know.
Everything
Can we
was
stay
told you not to
together?
split the
Can we
party.
stay together this time?
Yeah.
Safety in
Teamwork.
numbers and all that.
So what are you guys doing?
We're gonna start walking towards the cellar.
Yeah.
As you make your way over, you see that the cellar doors have been reinforced. They're not rotting. It looks like they are they're pretty green wood. They're pretty new.
Whimsy pauses to think for a second, then leans over and knocks on the cellar door.
Gotta give it the secret knock.
Do you knock again on top of that? You wait a few moments and you then hear somebody on the other side go, hello?
Then Whimsy is going to use something. Hang on. Does this work for that? Whimsy sort of clears his throat and tries to imitate the kid's voice. And it's like, I lost my key.
Not something I can help. The lock's on your side. I can't help you with that.
How do I
What do you
get
mean
in?
you lost it? That's not good. I'm reporting this.
I know
Just
I
hold
know
on.
it's not good.
He says, I'll report this. Just hold on. I will go get somebody to come around and let you in.
Thank you.
Whimsy, did you go through the pockets in this robe? Are you sure you don't have the key? Do I have the key?
Everybody can make a
Pat
quick
themselves down.
investigation. Pat yourselves down. See if you find a key.
Do we have a key?
Natural 20
Oh!
or 20.
20 to find out you do not have the key.
You definitely don't have the key.
Definitely don't have it.
Natural 20. Sangane, as you are like watching in somewhat awe, both the good and bad connotations to that, you look quickly at Whimsy and realize there are no pockets on these cloaks. They're just cloaks.
Yeah.
I'll run with it. It's fine. Pat myself down too.
Yep.
Do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, there's no pockets. There's no key to be had.
So Whimsy glances back at the others and is like, so do we want to try and kick this in while someone's not right there now? Or do we want to wait for him to come around?
But they're bringing someone around though.
George
I think we should stick with the plan that we're bringing Graja in as a prisoner. I think if we try and break this door down, they're going to attack us. That's not going to be good. We should try and be as sneaky as we can about it. If we need to overpower 1 or 2 people, it's going to be a lot easier than trying to overpower an entire group of people.
And Garage is not really like contributing to these like plans and like decisions that are making. Yeah, she's like she goes from like normal face to then like and just like keeps like trying different expressions and things like that.
Amor total. George's gonna just take a deep breath and listen to see if people are coming either from the inside or from around the house.
As you guys wait, it feels like just because you're tense that it takes a while, but soon you do hear 2 people come around. You hear the as the door opens from inside the house and they come around. They keep some distance from you. They're a good kind of 15, 20 feet. And they're like, so which one of you all lost your keys? What? Who is that? They point at Graja.
We've got a prisoner. We were bringing her in.
Most of us are too new to get keys. We haven't gotten those yet. We're new still, so we haven't been trusted enough to get keys. But we thought to prove how trustworthy we are to get our keys, we'd bring in a prisoner. So we are bringing in a prisoner. You're welcome.
Deception check.
All right.
Wait, me? Who's?
Oh, come on, Denny, we got this.
Oh,
This is Whimsy and Denny.
That's going to
Okay.
be an 18.
Come on.
My deception is +5.
As is mine. Let's hope I don't roll something stupid low.
High 5.
Oh, it looks like it might be. No. Yeah, I rolled stupid low.
Damn it.
11.
Come on.
They kind of look at you. Jart, you, because you've been quiet and just observing, you're not trying to like sell the performance. You notice that one of them kind of moves their hand back into their cloak near kind of maybe their hip or their thigh area. And you hear the other one go, prisoners aren't something we're not looking to bring more attention. And if you're old enough, if you've been with us long enough to get the cloak, you probably would have gotten the key. What are your names? Who are your parents?
My name is my name is Frank. My parents are Margaret and Jeremy. They live down by the guy that makes the horseshoes. And I'm very happy to be here.
Bonus points for actually channeling a 15-year-old boy.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Whimsy, are you going to respond?
Whimsy continues trying to imitate the kid's voice. I cannot do a 14-year-old
that's
boy
fair.
voice. However, he didn't actually ask the kid's name that I recall. So, shit. He's like, hi, I'm Kyle. That's good. My mom lives down the hill near the tavern.
Amanda, talk to me for a second about Whimsy, because you and I both know that you have very specific lore for Whimsy. And one of those lore pieces is that Whimsy does not lie.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I'm willing to take that hit.
Okay.
He's trying.
DM seat adjustment. Let's do this. All right. All
Oh
right.
no, I'm scared.
GM adjusted his aid.
You see Jart. You see the hand of the other person kind of reach back into their red cloak, and start to move something. Something is underneath their cloak, and he is starting to move something. He slowly begins to draw his hand out.
George is gonna dash towards the guy.
Let's all roll initiative.
Okay.
There it is.
Here we
Drum
go.
roll.
I'm sorry for whatever the consequences of Whimsy lying are.
No, it's
I
okay.
feel like it's not going to be good.
This is what
Mine's
happens
an
when Whimsy
unnatural 20.
lies.
Not
Okay, it's okay.
20
Oh,
Hey, hey, hey. Bow, bow, bow.
for a 23.
I got another 1. So 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm at
Sure.
3. So
Sure, sure.
oh shit.
20 on an investigation, checking a cloak that has no pockets.
Well,
I got 1 on initiative.
Dice are telling the story. These guys don't even know Jard's gonna come at them. So
18.
All right. So sorry, Denny, what did you have?
An unnatural 20.
Graja.
I have 3.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Whimsy.
18.
Sangane.
Dos.
Jart.
23.
Hey. I'm just gonna move some stuff around. I am pulling up the turn order thing. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting you guys to get into a fight outside of the thing. So I do not have a map prepared. We're just going to do a little bit of theater of the mind, but that worked okay for the last encounter. Jart, you go racing towards one of the two guys. What are you doing?
I'm gonna clock the first guy in the face.
Sure.
I wanna be non-lethal, kinda.
Okay.
Just wanna knock them down.
Sure.
It's a 14 to hit.
I think a 14 is what you need.
Ugh, okay. So damage, it's a 5.
5 damage. All right.
Is he still up?
He is.
So I'm gonna clock him a second time.
Okay.
It hits is a natural 17.
Okay.
22. And it's a 7 points of damage.
Okay. You come across twice. As you do, this guy stumbles back and keys fall out of his hand that he had been reaching for. The keys fall onto the ground. And he takes a couple steps back and just looks at you very oddly. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that's my movement, action, and bonus action.
Okay. Whimsy.
Whimsy's not sure how he feels. He tried lying and it didn't really seem to take. And he was always told that you just can't lie. So he's just sort of like, well, I did, but it didn't work. Am I bad at it? Or does it just not work when I lie?
Right.
Anyhow, dealing with that, he sees Jart go in for the attack and he pulls out his quarterstaff because he doesn't want people to see him do the magic.
Okay. And
And
are you going
also-
for the one that Jart had been attacking or the other one?
He's going to go for the other one, and he is going to go non-lethal.
Sure.
So he's going to try and like give him a good bonk.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try. My rolls have not been great.
You got this.
Historically, I do not, but keep rolling. Keep rolling. Nope. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe. Hey, unnatural 20.
Hey,
Good.
Um, and
you come forward, going up with your bow staff and trying for that unnatural. You come up between his legs, sinking it real nicely, and he drops to his knees, squealing, giving you a really good pitch for trying to get that 14-year-old voice. So you might be able to use that as you continue.
nice.
And for how much damage did you do there?
Oh yeah, that part of it.
The dice double.
Denny, you're going to be on deck.
Why am I showing two different rolls? I've got 1d6 plus 2
One-
or 1d8.
One is if you were using it one-handed, and one is if you're using it two-handed. And so I just pictured you would give it like some good leverage by using two-handed.
Oh yeah, I assume Buddy lifted off the ground with that.
For a little bit, yeah, for sure. He was Quidditch playing for sure.
Oh.
Sorry, Mike.
Body horror.
Vote for us in the game, hers.
Well, minimum damage. That's not good. 3.
Hey, every little bit counts. And it also did a little bit of psychic damage. So, it's all good. All right. The one that dropped his keys, they go just before Denny. I love that Steve just put the game her link in the chat. The one that Jart had rushed goes to grapple Jart. So I always mess up how grapple works. I think it's
I think it's an athletics versus athletics. Maybe?
right. Okay, go for it.
Where was my 20? It's dirty 20.
Hey, he goes to grab you and you manage to duck out of the way underneath him. And because he didn't get you, he's going to turn around and make a dash not dash, but he's going to run back towards the house. If you'd like to make an opportunity attack, you may.
Of course.
Smack that bitch.
It's an at 20. So he's not having a good day.
Okay.
Good.
So it's a 10 points of damage.
You sucker punch this guy from behind. There is this famous play from when I first moved to Canada. It was a hockey game. It was a Canucks player, Vancouver Canucks player, took out.
Bertuzzi'd him.
I think it was a Bertuzzi hit.
It was a Bertuzzi.
It was a brutal cold cock on
Rolled him
like
down
this.
into
He was like a rookie. This kid was like 18 years old, and the other hockey player was like 30 in the prime of his career. Took him down hard. This is essentially what Jart does in this moment. Just sucker punch cold cocks this kid in the base of the neck, and this guy falls like a sack of potatoes. Not lethal damage,
Unlethal, yeah.
but he is down for sure. Okay, and so the other one is on his knees after being presented with some jewels or in the jewels by Whimsy there. And he's just going to look up, seeing his friend face down. He's going to just put his hands up and go, what do you want? Who are you?
Where's Glassstaff?
You don't want trouble with him. I do not want trouble
We
with
do
him.
though.
in the interest of honesty, yes, I do. I do want trouble with him.
And you've seen what we did to your friend here.
I'm gonna spark up the beginnings of a shocking grasp, and basically
Okay.
say something because I've still got my hood up. So I'm just like, we can't take prisoners.
And Graja will either slip or break out of her hand ties at this point.
Okay. I will let somebody give me insight with advantage.
Insight.
Insight.
I'm good at that.
I'm not
I'm
bad.
okay at that.
I'll roll it. You don't
Yeah,
mind.
I'm all right. You do it. I think you're probably way better than me.
It's an at 20 for a 25.
Oh shit!
Dude.
Boom.
Damn,
Chart, you
getting all the 20s.
No,
you
I'm-
notice the area of this man's pants is getting dark. Uh, it might be blood, maybe that's a possibility. But it doesn't look like that level of like how quickly it is growing dark might be the same as blood. He honestly looks terrified to his core, and he goes, I don't want this trouble. My family are good people, and I can't turn on him. Kill me if you have to. I can't let my family be in danger.
And Graja looks at him in this moment, having freed herself, like, kind of like, don't you understand? If we take care of him, you won't have to worry.
Don't you understand who he is and who kept him in power here? You can't take them on. Nobody could.
Was it the mayor that kept him in power?
Because he's dead.
He gets this confused look, but also a bit disgusted. Jar, you see like this micro expression of like, that loser, it couldn't be in charge of his own fly in an outhouse. Like, he was a pansy, and he can't even manage anything. No, Glassstaff, look, all I know is the guy who we make the payments to, like, or the guy who Glassstaff makes the payments to, he is trouble that the Sword Coast hasn't seen in an age. And we don't want to cross him. Phandalin has worked too hard to come back. And we can't let, he'll kill he will raise the entire town.
Does this guy comes from up north? Whoever
I
you
don't
make
know.
the payments to.
I don't know where, I mean, like, I don't know where he comes from. I've never seen anybody like their kind before. I don't think they come from, here where we are.
At this point, Whimsy steps forward, lowering his hood, and sort of takes a knee right in front of the guy, getting all up in his face. And he's like, a lot of us aren't from here.
Jart, you notice like just a little bit more darkness in the pants.
A lot of pee.
George,
Okay, Denny's going to wander over and put his arm on top of Whimsy's head and also lean down towards this kid and be tell us exactly what this man looks like. What does Glassstaff look like? What is he? What are you talking about?
Glassstaff, he's just like me. He's just a man. He's powerful with magic, and he can do like important stuff, but he's just human. His boss, though, I don't know, he kind of like you, but like him. And he points at Denny, like you, but also like him, and he points at Sangane.
So he's
So
a dark elf, is what you're saying.
I saw him, I saw a glimpse of him and went about my chores gladly to not be in his presence. I don't want to have anything to do with him, and I don't want him near my town.
Jard's gonna like get low, get to the kid's level,
Get low, get low, get low.
and be like, look, you can blame all of this on us. Like, and you can go back home, and your mom's probably waiting for you. And once glass stuff's down, you can say it was the foreigners that came through the town and took him down. That's
Because
it.
the point is, we're going in there one way or the other. You can help us, and no one will know. Or you cannot help us, and anything that's going to happen is still going to happen as consequence.
And I can knock you down, and when you wake up, this will all be over.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm not good at that.
You know what?
Can I-
I'll let
can
you
I
guys,
do this one?
because you guys have been working together, we'll make this a group skill check. And what I'm looking for is just simply success on the average. So everybody roll a persuasion check and we'll see how that goes.
Come on,
Okay.
guys.
Persuasion. Actually, I'm pretty good at that.
Mine's going to be a 15.
Oof. Only a 14 here.
Mine is a 10.
Mine is trying so hard to roll.
13.
Oh no.
Say, oh. God, this is the slowest roll in my life. However, it did land on a natural 20.
Oh! Hell
Yeah.
It could be very
The group of you kind of, like the first Avengers movie-esque where Loki comes to and he's just being surrounded by the Avengers. It's one of those cinematic moments where you guys all individually, but as an imposing group, are kind of surrounding this young man. He's not a kid. He's maybe about 20 years old. Now that several of you are like up in his face and are seeing his features. And you see kind of an acceptance wash across his face, and he goes,
I'll have that drink now.
I can, yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
I can tell you a little bit about what I know, but you have to give me some time to go. You have to give me like a half an hour. I have to go get my mom and my sister, and I want us to get out of the town. Give me a half an hour. I can get them out.
Sure,
Give
Wait
us an
right
hour
here,
and we'll
just a
raise
minute.
this entire house to the ground.
sure. In
All right.
like you'll have
Denny-
30 minutes.
Denny has a plan. Okay. This guy wants a half an hour, right? Why don't I charm him so that he's not going to leave in a half an hour, and then we can go do what we need to do and just come back to this later. And that way he's not going to like run off and tell anyone, right? That makes sense? Should I do
At this
that?
point, I don't think he's trying to betray us. I think he's literally terrified.
As long as he runs away from the house, I think we're
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
safe.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'll save my spell then.
Whimsy sort of pauses and he's like, you really think this guy's that dangerous?
No,
I mean,
but I'm worried he might tell someone that is dangerous. That's not here.
To the kid.
I'm going to ready a lightning lure. And if he
He-
darts back towards the doorway of the house, I'm going to pull him back.
okay.
Whimsy's talking to the guy though, like,
He looks at Whimsy in their face and he says, you all clearly have the cloaks, which means you took them from some people.
Don't go to the bar.
There are, he kind of processes that for a second and he goes, there are a number of my friends down there, and he kind of points his head to the cellar doors. He says, you think all of the boys and men in this town would have done what they needed to do to keep this town safe and joined him if there was any other way. Yeah, he's dangerous.
Whimsy pauses, looks at the others, squints at this guy. And he's
Feel
like,
free to make an insight check. Anybody who would like to can feel free to make an insight check.
Whimsy's buying it.
I
Yeah,
would like to
I'm-
make an insight check, but I just rolled a 1, so I'm not going to do that.
No.
So Denny also buys it.
Yep. Hook, line, and sinker, my friends.
All
I
right.
also buy it. I'm assuming with a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, we're, come on, Jart, save us.
Denny,
so
you, sorry, go ahead, Jart.
what Jared's gonna do is like to kind of give this a rest, is tell the kid, we've dispatched already probably half your crew, so we are also dangerous, but we are on the good side of things. So just let us know where Glassstaff is. You have enough time to leave if that's what you want, while we dispatch him.
And Graja, like, sort of looks at him as well, but she's coming in with more of, like, a softer, like, presence here. And she's looking at him, she's like, listen, we can try to make it better. Like, I thought my life was gonna be, like, the same thing the entire time, but I got out, and now I'm doing my own thing, and I met all these friends. We can make it different. We can make it better.
He's like, if we let you go, don't just warn your family. Clear the town. If you honestly think this guy's that dangerous, get everyone out. We will tell any of the ones we encounter who aren't Glassstaff that their families are being cleared out of town just in case, and if they want to run with them. But we're going in there, and we're raising hell, one way or the other. So if you honestly think there's going to be retaliations from some stronger guy who's not here right now, don't just save your family, get them all out.
Says, it's that'll take longer than a half hour, but I'll see what I can do. Listen, there's a mom and her kids in the cells. Don't hurt them. And the townspeople down there, they might not understand. Don't kill them, but there are some goblins and bugbears. They work for Glassstaff's boss, and they have been doing some pretty terrible things.
Let me get some of them.
Just be careful, and when you get down there, tell them that Lord Trezendar looks over us, and they'll know that you're trying to help.
Who's Lord Trezendar?
Whoever he is, he looks over us, so.
Swordfish flies at midnight.
Whimsy just sort of squints. Lord Trezendar?
He was the original. He built the manor. I don't know, he's not really a ghost, but people say that he still looks over the town and provides some protection. I don't know if I believe it, but they'll know that at least you're local.
Thank you for your cooperation.
All right, we'll
That's
still as
gonna-
long as we can get as many people out as you are able to. Thank you.
He stands up real slowly, like painfully slowly, and just painfully, like he's still smarting.
Sorry.
And pulls the frog of his cloak and pulls it off and drops it on the floor and backs up. You can see that he was wearing a short sword, and there was, like, hooked over across his back, there is a crossbow on his back. but he takes a few steps back and then turns around and like awkwardly wobble runs down the hill, heading towards the town.
George's gonna grab the keys from the
Yes.
ground. And she's gonna give Graja the keys. So she's our forefront, I guess.
Yeah, okay. And Graja takes the keys.
Whimsy's gonna take the ropes that they had on Graja and sort of loosely hog tie the other guy who's unconscious. He's like, if we get anyone else out, we'll tell them to come and get him. But honestly, that guy was scared shitless of something. Possibly us, but something else. And I don't think he was lying. I think there is, if not someone scarier here, then I think this Glassstaff's boss might actually be bad news.
Bad news bears, absolutely.
There were bugbears and goblins like in the mines up north. And they say they've worked and they had a bigger base further up north. So it seems to be connected.
Yeah.
And we have someone to go save there either way.
Well,
all right. Let's square up and head in, guys.
No, we were going
Raja.
to give him time. We could take a short rest while we give him time to clear the town.
Oh, I figured we could wait until like a half an hour or so to take down the Glassstaff or whoever else is down there. We could probably take care of some of the minor guys in the meantime, like kind of sneak through and not kill anyone. Like, let's try and keep this above board, but take care of a couple of people. Maybe we could go through the house instead of going down into the basement. But I'm happy to wait if you guys prefer to actually just actually wait. I'm fine with that.
Whimsy has ulterior motives for wanting a short rest. Mostly
Character
related reasons.
Player question: does anyone need a short rest?
If I want to have full spells again, because I did use Misty Step earlier, so I'm down to one spell slot.
I don't think that
Whether or not Whimsy would actually use it, I'd like to have the option.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think my rage only resets for a long rest, so I don't think a short rest is gonna... I still have one left, but I don't think that's gonna... I'm not sure that'd do anything for me in particular.
You can just heal. It's an option.
Oh, true.
Finish healing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not down a lot, but I'm down 5 hit points, so
I'm down
maybe
one.
healing's a good idea. All right, let's have a little picnic, guys. Let's just chill out on the lawn for a little while.
But if we wait, they're gonna be waiting for these two guys to go back, and for the people that was here outside trying to get in.
Worst case scenario, though, they send another 2 or 3 guys, and we can pick away at them that way.
Yes.
They're not going to empty the hordes to come up here and see what's taking them so long. If
But not finish the short rest. But not finish the short rest either way.
Why don't we hunker up against the wall or something, hide somewhere, and then we can put up some sentries on either side so that we can't be ambushed, and just chill out for a little while. And once everyone's regained the strength, we can start. That sounds all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
All right.
I'll look out.
Okay. Denny's a little bit hurt, so I'll probably not volunteer to be on sentry.
Yeah, if you're going to be using hit dice, or if you need the short rest to recover anything, or you're going to use hit dice, you can't be a sentry. Your purpose would be resting.
I got healed, so I should be okay. I'm almost up at top, so I'll be a sentry.
Yeah,
okay.
It would help me to take a short rest, so I'll leave it to you too.
Okay, so Sangane and Graja, I'll get you guys to roll me perception checks. And Denny, Whimsy, and Jart, you guys
Natural
can
20.
do your short. Nice. You guys are
We're-
on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Except me, because I got a 3.
Hey, look. You know, what's important here is
Somebody saw something.
that somebody saw. Sangane, you notice that there, as you kind of take near the front of the house and you're watching down the hill, and you notice what was one person darting into a house, and within like 60 seconds comes back out, goes to the house next door. About 60 seconds later, 2 people leave that house and go to different houses. And then 4 people leave that house and go to different houses. Within about 10 minutes, you notice the streets start casually filling up with people not carrying a lot. It doesn't look like they're packing carts and carrying their whole life bags. It just looks like they are, you know, they do have little pouches or something. The kids are being pulled along instead of just casually walking. There is some like level of covert urgency happening, but they're trying very hard to make it appear like it's just normal movement throughout the town. And you do see that they are all heading towards over by the corner of where the Stonehill Inn is. And within kind of the 30 minutes of your short rest, the streets become emptier and emptier. And you do notice a few more people, but for the most part, the streets have become empty fairly quickly. So either these people had an evacuation plan already in place, or you know, the town has been in danger enough that everybody kind of knew what to do in this circumstance, but they seemed fairly orderly as they were managing a mass evacuation.
Interesting. Either he's telling the truth, or they're all going to come and kill us.
Those are options.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he got everyone out.
Well, that's good. At least he did what he said he was gonna do.
I still don't trust it. But since we have a way to identify and hopefully not kill off the rest of the children that are down there, if we can make it straight for this Blackstaff fellow,
Blackstaff.
By the way,
He needs to answer for what he's doing to this town and whoever he's working for.
yeah, he can't keep taking these boys. That's my job.
So
I just want them to
after-
have a choice in what they do. That's all. I just want them to be able to decide what they want to do with their lives and not be forced into something someone else tells them they have to do.
So we're ready?
Whimsy stands up, stretching a little. Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Can I get a marching order for who's going in first?
I feel like Raja is probably first.
And Jart. Just because if there's someone right up there, can kind of open the way.
Denny's gonna go directly after the 2 strongest characters in the game. That's
Sure.
definitely Denny's move.
Yep. Who's going to take up the rear? Is that going to be Sangane or Whimsy?
I'd say Whimsy kind of lags behind a little, because if something does sneak up from behind, he can give it the old pew pew without
Yep.
people seeing.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm
Really
going to
quickly
switch you
don't know.
guys. I'm going to switch your map. Sarah, it's switching to what's called the Red Brand Hideout.
Ooh.
And I'm going to pull you guys down to the bottom right corner of the map.
That's a big map.
Big house.
Is it? It's, well, it's the basement of a manor. It's a big manor. Is what it is.
The Zendar guy was a player apparently.
Yeah. Trezendar had dollar bills, y'all. All right. So Graja, as you open, unlock the lock and go down, you get down a few steps into, there is a locked, no, I'm sorry, there is a shut door at the bottom of the cellar stairs.
Do you want me to just? Oh wait. Okay, I have the key.
And so Graja will start trying the keys. I don't know how many
This
keys are on
door-
there, but
Yeah, this door actually isn't locked. The lock was on the cellar doors. I apologize. That's on me. The lock was on the cellar doors. As you come down and you go to like, look, there's not a place to put a lock. There's not a place to put a key here. This is just a doorknob.
Graja wants to put her ear to the door and listen for
Sure.
any sounds inside.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
Come on.
God bless America. 5.
As you go and put your ear against the door, a splinter runs up like into your cartilage. It's, yeah, that's gonna sting. You're gonna need to get that treated.
Dang it. Okay.
And Graja will sort of just like kind of rubbing her ear and like looking back at the rest of them, trying to keep her voice quiet. Like,
I didn't hear anything. Should we just go in?
Is the only way? Like we can just go through that door.
I don't know if there's another way.
Well, they came at us from outside, so we might be able to get in from the main entrance of the house.
No, here, like in this space, is there any other door that is the only?
Oh, sorry. No, there's the cellar doors open like Wizard of Oz style, like this. And then there's stairs, and then immediately there's a door at the bottom of the stairs.
It's the only way. So let's push through.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Graja will open the door.
All right, Graja, as you open that door, what you see is that you are on a landing, stairs going down on either side. So for those of you who are looking at the map in Roll20, I'll explain this for you. Stairs go down on either side, and then there is a landing, and then they come down another flight. So you're almost 2 levels up. Does that make sense of what you're seeing there?
Yeah.
Under the door that's kind of under the landing that's kind of to the north, there is a passageway that goes underneath to a different area. So underneath, so underneath so this white thing is a door that leads to another area. There is also a running fountain, like a spring of water. And then there are a number of crates in this, barrels, stuff in this room. It's well lit, actually. There's torches. You can kind of see.
I guess we start moving in slowly.
Okay. Graja, are you going to go left or right?
Okay. I'm going to go
Sorry, north or south? That's what I should
Right.
be saying.
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. I'm gonna go north.
North. Okay.
Yeah.
Jart, north or south?
If nothing happened to Graja, I'm gonna follow Graja.
Okay. Denny, north or south?
I am going to take out my crossbow,
Sure.
sneak down the stairs south until I can see through the doorway. So I'm imagining I can see like light at least like coming through there, so I know that there's a doorway.
As you kind of get kind of around that corner, there is yeah, I mean there are shadows, right? Because it's an overhang kind of an area, so it is somewhat shaded. Give me a perception check to see what you see.
Yeah, that's a
Undersoul.
6, so
6. It's, you are a little bit focused on how cool you look doing this super
cool.
awesome move. And
Being all stealth.
but also, it's pretty shaded. And you're also, as much as you're trying to look into this alcovey area, you're also trying to make sure that Graj and Jart see how cool you look right now. And so it's a little bit of, mixed conflict there. Sangane, are you going north or south?
I'm gonna go south.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay at the top though.
Okay.
Potentially. Because there's lots of exits out of here. Denny's got this one.
Mhm.
So I'll aim my crossbow at this door as well.
Okay, lovely. Whimsy, as you come through that door, you see that there's people to the north and south of you. What are you going to do?
Somersaults off the edge.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Action
Jump
landing.
into the pond. It's only like 30 feet. You can make it.
dive right in.
Super.
No, Whimsy's gonna go south.
Okay. Are you going to push past Sangane or are you going to stay up there?
Oh yeah.
He's gonna stay up there. He's
Okay.
the rear guard.
Okay. I'm not necessarily keeping you guys in initiative. Graja, are you ready to come all the way down the stairs to the main floor area? I assume everybody's trying to be quiet. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Can I get everybody to roll a stealth check for me?
Oh boy.
No.
You can
Where's those natural
try.
20s now?
Okay, so it's like a 2.
Sure.
7.
It's a 7.
Oh wait, I guess I should
Stop
actually
singing
add
your own
myself.
theme song.
Hold on, I should add myself.
I got double digits. 15.
Oh shit.
Hey.
That's where you pay for all the nat 20s. This is where we pay.
Oh no.
But
Sorry, my computer's
investigation
giving me a
was
second to
amazing.
load for 1 sec.
That's okay. I'm just waiting on Whimsy's.
9. Not good.
Why is it not loading?
That's okay.
Come on, computer. There we go. Okay, where's my stealth? Okay, it's a 5. It's not as bad as I thought.
Hey.
Not good, but it's not as bad as I thought.
It's not a 2. All right, Graja, you come around the precipice. Are you coming down to the main floor?
Oh, sorry. I'm balancing a lot of windows right now.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I want to make sure I'm seeing the map correctly. Okay, here we go. The main floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jart? Sorry, Graja, I should ask. Do you just want to come down to the bottom of the stairs or do you want to move somewhere?
I just want to come down to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay,
For
Jart?
right now.
Okay, George's gonna drop out of here.
Okay.
And be expectant of if anyone heard us coming down.
Okay. Denny.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna follow everyone else's lead and just kind of like wait and see what's going on.
Okay, Sangane.
I'm gonna come down to here, basically sort of underneath where Denny is,
Sure.
and that way I can get a bead on both that door and this one.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Whimsy, where are you going?
Whimsy's just, like I said, hanging out kind of at the top for now. He's making sure no one's coming in from behind them.
Okay.
So he's gonna go south eventually, but he's hanging out up here for a minute,
Sure. Mike,
watching the door.
16 on perception.
you do see a glint of something in that alcove. You're not totally sure what it was.
Oh crap. Was it movement or
Maybe or light flickering. You're not totally sure.
huh? There might be something. I'd point to it.
Denny, as he's pointing to where you were looking, like that was the shadow area. So whether or not you think that he sees something, I'll leave to you. But
My elf eyes see, Todd.
for sure. As the rest of you kind of make your way down as quietly as you think that you are able to, you hear the soothing sounds of the pond. You hear, how many of you are still wearing your red cloaks?
I am.
Same, yeah.
I
He
don't
pulled
have
down the
one.
hood to talk to the guy, but he's still wearing the thing.
Yeah, Graja never had one, I don't think, so I'm not.
No.
Graja, very, very quickly, you feel somebody come up behind you and push something into the small of your back. And just say, who are you? What are you doing down here?
Lannister send their regards.
Do we all hear that?
Yeah, they're not trying to be stealthy. Their eyes are kind of darting at all of the rest of you, but particularly that Graja was the first one down the stairs and the only one not wearing a red cloak.
And Graja, she really tries to kind of reroute her like expression and demeanor at this point, and kind of like lowers her voice. It's like,
I'm here for Glassstaff.
Right to the meat of it.
Jart's
He-
gonna
Go
react
ahead.
and say, Lord Tresendar looks over us. We're here to help.
Make persuasion with advantage.
Oh god.
just Jart.
Just start.
Okay.
I'm not good at that. Ooh, it's a 15.
Jart, you see from the position that you're standing, you see somebody stand up from the crates across from you and say, hold on. What did you just say? And they've got their crossbow pointed at you, but one of their hands is clearly like not, it's clearly not on the trigger of the crossbow.
Jart's gonna lift up her hands and be like, Lord Tresendar looks over us. We're just here to help.
what does she want with Glassstaff? And their voice is very low.
Glassstaff needs to go. You need your money back. And we know about the goblins and the bugbears, and we know they have a camp up north. And we can help with that too.
They take a second to take it in and give a very, very quiet but specific whistle. And a guy pops out from behind the other set of crates. And the door, oh, come on, stupid Matt. The door opens.
Oh, snipery. They had us.
And 3 more guys come out looking curious. And the one guy here takes a couple steps, still hand not on the trigger, but still crossbow out, and says, and what makes you think that you guys can handle Glassstaff? What assurances do we have that our families aren't going to be hurt?
The
Can
families
Whimsy
are already
see
gone.
from his spot on the top of the stairs? Like, is it all open?
Yeah, Whimsy can see almost all this. Maybe Whimsy can't totally see into this room over here, but you can definitely see that these people have popped out.
Yeah, and hear the conversation aside
And
from maybe
hear.
the whispered nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, Whimsy's gonna do some drama shit.
Okay.
He's gonna throw down some thaumaturgy and like some special effects. And he's gonna say, we've already cleared the town. Your families are safe. You can go to join them and let us deal with this.
Is this your first spell after lying?
It is.
I need
It's
you to
not,
roll a
it's not fey magic though. That's tiefling magic. But Whimsy doesn't know the difference.
But it's a
I
spell.
will need you to roll a percentile dice, friend.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see if his dramatic effects backfire horribly somehow.
The magic of wild magic.
And the effect he's going for is just like causing the torches in the room to flicker purple.
Sure. So we'll use the
He's going for like
wildfire.
cool lighting. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll use the wildfire wild magic table. Absolutely. I'm with you.
'Cause, yeah, he was going for drama and power show off.
For sure.
100% valid.
47.
The room.
Cool. As your thaumaturgy starts to shake, you meant to flicker the lights, and
Oh, no.
instead they glow so incandescent. Everybody has to close their eyes, and you're trying desperately to like undo or release the spell, and it won't. And everybody is trying to block out the light.
Well, point made, I guess. I'm stronger than even I knew.
And they're like, okay, yeah, you clearly you have some power. If you're here though, who's protecting our families?
Your families are leaving the town.
You have to go protect your families. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Get out of here and go
Stop
protect your families.
protecting Glassstaff and go protect your families. They are leaving town. They left town 5 minutes ago. Go after them. Protect them.
Okay. He sizes you up as best he can from trying not to also be blinded. Not that anybody can see Whimsy because they are on top of like looking up is like the worst angle to be doing right now. But Whimsy, he is just giving this most heroic pose and just completely washed out by the light on them. The one kind of looks to the others and he goes, all right. And they all slowly file out. You see this one rush over to this corner, press something on the wall, and then disappear into the hallway. And they all,
while they
all go and follow through him. And as the last one leaves, you hear stone grinding on other stone as the door shuts.
Before they
Graja, you just muted yourself. No, not Graja. Najra just muted herself. Sorry.
Can you hear me? Like, new mic with this.
Yeah, we got this.
Jard's gonna tell them grab the money in the tavern, like while they are leaving.
Okay. Perfect. And they disappear, and this hidden door slides shut and grinds into place, and it just looks like a wall. You wouldn't have noticed it being anything other than.
We didn't ask them where Glasgow was, where Glassstaff was.
Oh, that's a cantrip. I can try that again.
Do you try it again?
Oh no, not to the empty room.
Oh, okay. I'm curious. It will last for like an hour. Sorry, hold on. 47. Only for a minute. All of your fire spells will shed bright light for a minute.
I really want to go off like a flashbang then if I use Hellish Rebuke.
Being that we didn't ask them where to find Glassstaff or the prisoners, Jard's gonna move towards here and try to see through the door.
This seems like a really good place for us to stop for tonight.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to do that, I feel like this is a really good narrative place. So we will go around and do a quick round table. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let's see. We'll go the opposite way. Najra, tell us about anything else you've got going on.
Well, thank you for being here, everyone. I appear in social media as Natural Creations. I'm a professional cosmaker. So if you were trying to get a cosplay for the cons that are slowly coming back, shoot me a message.
Absolutely. And go check her out on Twitter because she's just put some finishing touches on some pretty epically famous costumes. And they are very, very well done. So go and check her out. Drop her a follow on Twitter. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda, she, her, playing Whimsy, he, they. I do very little on social media, but I am balderdashing on pretty much every platform. Yeah, I do some cosplay, but not recently due to plague. And I haven't worked on anything, though I should. But yeah, nothing interesting, but follow me on stuff anyway.
We're gonna get you to do get ready with me. You and Denny get some get ready with me TikToks or something.
Tiefling makeovers.
For sure. Absolutely. We need this. Thank you, Sarah.
Hey, my name's Sarah. You can find me on Twitter at MCDiabetes. I'm a creative partner at Martlet Games. We have a ton of stuff in production, so please just follow the Martlet Games Twitter account as well. You can see me here on Vancouver by Night in a variety of things, including D&D. We've got the Saturday Vampire Takeover, which is a whole day of Vampire the Masquerade, where I am in Delve into Darkness with Sangane/Mike over here. We just had our mid-season finale, so we are on a couple weeks break. So you can check out the Vancouver by Night YouTube page for that, as well as Patreon for extra content. I think I can announce, because someone else did it on another stream, I'm going to be in a right here on this channel, a bespoke horror game called Skin Deep, which is story told by the fantastic redhead vixen, or Lex, who you may have seen on Vancouver Adjacent by Night. When I tell you it's incredible, you're just going to have to see for yourself. It's truly one of my favorite projects I've been working on recently. So please look out for that beginning of October. Other than that, yeah, just keep an eye on the social media. Just having a blast. Love this D&D game. Having so much fun. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Reminder, go vote for Sarah for top Rising Star.
Yeah, Rising Star. Yeah, Rising Star in the streamer category for the Game Her Awards. Voting does end tomorrow for this first round, so please get those last in. And please vote for Phandalin by Night for the top TTRPG campaign of the year. And please check out all the charitable ones as well, and see what other awesome nominees there are.
Awesome. Mike.
Hi, Mike, he, him. I was Sangane, also he, him. You can catch me here on Sundays. You can catch me running my own 5th edition D&D game as a dungeon master with a group of would-be heroes on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST. You can catch my pre and post-COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram, CDN Cap America on Twitter. You can catch me on Saturdays, part of the Saturday Takeover with Sarah, in the Delve into Darkness game. I think that's it. There might be some other things. I'm just forgetting them right.
Awesome. Thank you. Nikki.
Hi, everybody. Nikki here, playing Denny, the Tiefling Bard, not Warlock. Sorry about that. I think it's just the shoulder pads. It just gives me big Warlock energy. That's probably why I said that earlier. You can follow me at I'm Poppy Field on Instagram. There's also a link to the Cats Instagram, because they're losers and some people like that in cats. I know I do. And that's all I've got going on right now until con season starts up. Then we'll see where we go. So thanks for joining us.
Awesome. And I am Sarah, she, her. I have been your dungeon master tonight. You can catch me here Sundays at 2 for Phandalin by Night. Please do vote for us on the Game Her Awards. You can also catch me Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific as the cleric in Mike's game, which is called the Would-Be Heroes. We've just maybe defeated the big bad. We'll see. There has been necromantic resurrections of other like mini bosses in this dungeon, so I'm not totally convinced. And also I want to say thank you to Vancouver by Night for hosting us. They have a variety of amazing productions that you can find on the calendar and check around and see what they're doing. And the other thing I just wanted to say is there are several of us on a cast who are Canadian, and this Thursday is our first National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. It's also called Orange Shirt Day. If you don't know about residential schools in North America and anywhere that has been colonized, really, you maybe should go and look into it. It's a really sad part of our history, but it's something we need to acknowledge. So I don't want to end on a bummer, but it is important that we are being reconciliatory in our actions. So
it's not even history.
The last residential school in Canada closed in the 90s. Anyway, I wanted to just acknowledge that we are heading into a week of truth and reconciliation here in Canada. Thank you for joining us on Phandalin by Night, and we will see you. Oh, who are we rating into?
Yes, today we are going to raid into +1 shot, so please stick around for the raid, give them a follow, and make sure to click on their name when the raid comes up so that the view counts toward them, and please show them some love to +1 shot. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.